You gotta respond to it. I'm gonna make this loud. You gotta respond to this. You're gonna either be pussy or you're gonna stand on it and say, I did backdoor that.
It happened early yesterday morning at a nightclub in San Francisco's Mission District. White was hosting a Super Bowl party at Delia Lounge on Mission Street. At some point, White got into an argument involving rapper Lil Baby.
Did you know that Lil Baby will through an Atlanta, Puerto Rico situation that is comparable to Young Thug? Did you? As reported by the news, the Atlanta police have provided an update on the case for the potential 4PF RICO scenario that follows. Nothing was added to it for over a year. Expect 4PF to be arrested, members in the coming weeks, with even Thug. Together with them, Lil Baby is plummeting. This is what academics anticipated would happen after every transgression that Lil Baby and 4PF committed.
They know who did it. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. If they don't arrest the person who did the person, Lil Baby's cooked. Facts. I'm gonna tell you that. If they don't arrest the person who at this club within 2 weeks, Lil Baby's cooked. I'm gonna tell you why. If they have camera proof of who did the and they don't arrest you, it's because they haven't done the case. Remember that. Just remember that. So I just want to point this out to you. This is not the 80s. Y'all somebody in a club in an entranceway or hallway where there's cameras. I get it. Everybody done flew back to Atlanta, flew back to wherever it came from. But if there's not an arrest warrant put out in the next 2 weeks or an arrest made, just remember, this doesn't go away.
The feds have reopened their 4PF evidence file, which they will now utilize as leverage to obtain Lil Baby. Recall that the Atlanta DA has already attempted to get YSL's Young Thug. It's Lil Baby's now turn.
I'm gonna tell you some things that you're gonna have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fonnie Willis started targeting YSL, Fonnie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way.
In the recently revised 4PF file, it shows what Baby did after learning about it. According to reports, Lil Baby is charged with disagreeing with San Francisco 49ers quarterback Keon White, who was struck shortly after. Investigators documented the specifics of what occurred with it, stating, on Monday, February 9th, Bay Area news source, the San Francisco Standard, published an article about the incident that took place during a Super Bowl after party. An after-bowl party at Dahlia nightclub, the police and their entourage are informed by the witness attempted to access White's secret area, which led to a dispute between White and Lil Baby. The witness departed the club's level to inform management. Upon hearing that 2 rounds had been completed, went and came back to discover White had struck in the leg.
Right by my bed, and so I saw lights. I think that's why I woke up at first. I think I kind of knew that it wasn't like the most safe place, but honestly, it kind of seems par for the course. I'm not entirely how could this happen here?
His admirers' reactions to this became viral, stating that Lil Baby is still concerned about the gangster lifestyle following his NFL participant. However, Lil Baby was no longer respected following his avoidance of a boxing battle with DJ Academics.
44,000 the first week. How the you want 40 million, man? This is delusional, man. Atlanta looking crazy right now, man. Full pocket full of hoes. This is crazy. How you ducking a fade with me? They want 40 million. The is acting like this is Jake. This acting like this is Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather fighting. Cause somebody yo, have you seen this? Yo, this can't be serious, bro. Bro, I wouldn't be even asking for that. And low key, yo, I'm gonna keep it a beat. You know, I said whatever he get. I thought he was gonna be realistic. I thought Lil Baby is on some like he's gangster. So I'm like, yo, I bet. What's up? Let's cause I'm telling you, he's like a scrawny. I'm like, I bet. Whatever he get, just give me half. Ain't you a nigga? Y'all should be fighting for fun. You squabble up just cuz. I'm the one that everybody says probably never had a fight. Okay, you're my first fight. You get to knock me out for all this that I taught before and will continue to talk till we squabble.
Which is fun. This is amusing because Lil Baby initiated the beef by rapping the lyrics. Scholars believe they are incapable of being touched because a completely different circumstance occurred.
With scholars who reported, scholars verified that he was slapped by K. Rich, Baby's cameraman in Miami. This is an image of the academic's right-hand man with the cops following the circumstance. Later on, K. Rich would boast about his academic activities.
When it happened to him, he said something, bro, I swear to God, right hand of God. I smacked the right hand of God, bro. I smacked.
You smack academics?
Yes, and then listen. After I smacked him, listen.
Yo, Lil Baby, eat a. I'm not even gonna address it, Lil Baby. You eat a, because I don't know this, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm getting that, Lil Baby, because I've been waiting for this. I can't take it out on a I don't know. I'm up tens of millions of dollars. I'm taking it out on this boss. Yo, Lil Baby, if this is what you believe or he believe, both y'all eat a. Whatever y'all think, that's what it is. Both y'all.
Some people wondered how this relates to the Baby, and scholars clarified why, beginning with DJ Academic's tweet. Asserts that Baby received $30,000 from his camp to relaxed about record criticism at the time, supposedly backdoored him in any case by sending K to swing on him, Rich.
Gotta drop his new album. And I'm gonna start really getting on business. Yo, Lil Baby, you and your team paid me $30,000 to keep quiet about your motherfucking album. And I sat there and I realized, I said, well, if you paid me $30,000, there ain't no way you sent a come swing on me. Why would you do that? Don't make no sense. $30,000 you could pay for a hit. Why the would you send to come swing on me for pennies and to clean your balls in your drawers and then pay me $30,000? I got the receipts posted just. Why would you pay me afterwards? Cause y'all whole demeanor was an act. You a wave, and I said I'll fall back. I said I can't lie to, but I'll fall back, and y'all paid me to do it. Y'all paid me.
When scholars discovered it was Lil Baby and his group behind it, he now desires 300 grand to keep silent about Lil Baby's upcoming album.
You gonna have to pay me to get off your for this next time. Y'all paid me 30 bands already. The price is now 300 bands. Straight up. The price done went up 300 bands. You have this who you sent. Yo, Lil Baby, stop the bullshit. You sent this go do this bullshit. When I called you up, you acted like, oh, wait, what happened about? Yo, do you know this K. Rich? I call everything in Atlanta. You know what they say? That's his assistant. That's his name. Wait, he act like you don't know him? Yo, I talked to him. He say, Lord, pay me for your album tonight. Yo, I'm on your forever. Remember that. So listen, I'm only saying this because I think this little K. Rich thing, I'm going to go back and forth with him. Let me tell you this, I'm gonna cost your boss $1 million. I did this to the best of them, and I'm gonna do it to him.
This is the moment things started heating up, because investigators who already had eyes on Lil Baby suddenly locked in even harder after DJ Academics pressed him, and Baby brushed it off, saying K. Rich claimed it was tied to 4PF. Hold up, because now the pressure flips. If you're in that position, you can't stay quiet. You've got to address it. And Academics basically made it clear, either you deny it or you stand on it and admit you moved a certain way thinking it was acceptable. And here's where it gets wild. When Academics questioned him earlier that morning, Baby's reaction wasn't what people expected at all. So Academics breaks it down like this. He approached him casually, brought up what he heard about 4PF, and right away, Baby tried to shut it down. He's like, act, chill, you talking to federal. Basically flipping it back like Academics was moving like police, which already tells you the energy shifted. Academics pushed back though, he wasn't letting it slide, and you can hear the tension building in that moment. And Baby's response? He doubled down, acting like Academics was playing dumb, which just made the whole exchange even more suspicious. Now add this on top. Between the Super Bowl situation and everything involving Academics, Baby was reportedly already under investigation, and this didn't come from rumors, it came straight out of court proceedings. Investigators were literally on the stand, and we're hearing recorded wiretap conversations being played in real time. And in those calls, someone straight up mentioned that Baby allegedly had tickets on people, which is where things get serious. Like, come on, when that kind of language shows up in a federal setting, you already know it's not casual talk. Another voice even backed it up, saying there were multiple people with tickets on them, reinforcing the claim as if it were common knowledge. Then we hear it again. Someone clearly states that people had targets on them, and the courtroom starts focusing on who actually made that claim. Turns out it was an unidentified individual labeled as Unk, which only adds more mystery to the situation. And that same person was reportedly in conversation with someone named Mr. Sanders during that exchange. Now the prosecutor steps in and asks the key question: what exactly does tickets mean in this context? And the answer? A price on someone's head, plain and simple. They even clarify further, asking what that actually looks like in real terms. And the explanation comes back. It's basically a bounty. At that point, everything starts connecting, even if people don't want to say it out loud. Then the questioning shifts again, asking who exactly they were talking about in that call. And that's when it's revealed. They believed Lil Baby had placed those tickets on multiple individuals. In other words, the implication is that Dominique Jones wanted certain people handled, and the investigator confirms that interpretation without hesitation. Then, just like that, they move forward, but by now the damage is already done. Because what all this suggests is heavy. Lil Baby allegedly putting money behind targeting people, which lines up with similar charges we've seen in other high-profile cases. And here's the part people overlook. Even academics had heard whispers that federal authorities were already looking into Lil Baby before all this became public. There's even mention of a well-known Atlanta journalist stepping in with inside information. His name is George Cheedy, and he's known for being accurate on major cases, including predicting the YSL RICO situation before it happened. This is where things start getting even deeper, because this journalist out of Atlanta, George Cheedy, isn't just anyone. He's certified, respected, and known for getting things right before they go public. And trust me, when someone like that speaks, people in the industry pay attention, because his track record already proved he's not guessing. So when he came out and said that Atlanta's Public Defenders Council, specifically their specialized gang unit, was actively preparing for a RICO indictment, that wasn't something to ignore. We're talking about a unit inside Georgia's public defender system that focuses strictly on gang-related cases, meaning they deal with this type of situation every day. And according to him, that same unit believes a major case involving 4PF and something called OMF is already in motion behind the scenes. Now hold up, even he admitted he didn't fully know what OMF stands for, which makes it even more mysterious. But here's the part that really turns heads. He straight up said he expects Lil Baby to be indicted. And that statement alone sent shockwaves, because now we're not talking rumors, we're talking predictions from someone with inside credibility. This is exactly what triggered Young Thug to step in and go public in a way that raised serious eyebrows. Because instead of staying quiet, Thug directly called out the investigator involved and labeled her a liar. And listen, this is where it gets risky, because he didn't just say it privately, he put her on blast publicly. To prove his point, Thug actually posted her identity online, naming her as Marissa Viverito and calling her the biggest liar in the DA's office. Not only that, he doubled down by reposting a message saying all my homies hate her, which takes it even further. Now pause for a second. This isn't just random talk. This is directed at a government official. And when you're on probation and you publicly target someone like that, the authorities don't take it lightly at all. From their perspective, it can look like you're sending a signal or encouraging harm, even if that wasn't your intention. And that's exactly why moves like that can lead to motions being filed to revoke probation. So the big question becomes, why would Thug take that risk? The answer ties back to the case, because that same investigator is reportedly involved in the OMF situation. And according to what's being said, she's pushing the narrative that 4PF and OMF are in conflict and that violence and indictments are coming. Once that information started circulating, it reportedly reached Lil Baby, and that's when he made a major move. Instead of letting things escalate, he decided to shut down his 4PF label completely to avoid it being labeled as a street organization. And listen, that decision alone tells you he understands how serious this situation could become. When asked about it, the explanation was simple but revealing. 4PF had to come to an end, given everything around it. And when pressed further on why it was obvious, the reasoning became even clearer. Because at the end of the day, he realized something important. Other people's actions can come back and land on you.